EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. We're here today at the PGA West Stadium course located in La Quinta, California. Frank, why is this golf course such a challenge?
There's really no bailout, Rich. Miss it left, there's trouble. Miss it right, there's trouble. If you don't get the distance right, you're going to find trouble. So it really is a point-to-point golf course.
Teeing off to start the round here at PGA West. This first hole is a 445-yard par 4. Frank, walk us through the first tee shot.
Only the longest hitters won't hit driver down here, Rich. 3-wood at that bunker if you are really, really long. Otherwise, sort of try and squeeze that driver down the left side. Shorten this hole up a little bit because it plays every inch of that 450 yards.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Frank, this is an approach shot here at the first hole that will get a player's attention.
It will. Very strategically placed bunker that protects that front right of the green, plus the angle of that green. If you're going to take it across that bunker, you better judge that inch perfect.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline. Now, just when you thought they might pick up one, now settle for a par.
And he's putting for par now. Did the job right there. To the second hole now, par 4, only 371 yards. Frank, what do players need to look out for off the tee?
It's really a layup hole here. No need to hit driver down there. The biggest bunker in the distance there is about 300 yards. You have to avoid that. Nothing wrong with hitting an iron or even a hybrid off this. Ah, nice.
Looks good. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Second shot now at the second hole. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. Getting set now over the putt. -1, and really going. Frank, players had hybrids, some had irons out off the tee on that short par 4 second. Time to get the big stick out here on the third?
It certainly is. The third hole you play here, 3 totally different looks off the tee. This hole appears straightish off the tee, but well bunkered down the left, which makes you push that tee shot a little to the right. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, when you look at great rivalries in sports, you realize that athletes need each other. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to achieve greatness, to achieve legendary status. And in golf, Tom Watson needed Jack Nicklaus to push him to another level.
And also to define an era. Without one, we couldn't think of the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s or the 2010s. You need those players to define that era, so you need competition. Competition is not without rivalry.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
And he's made the green. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Nice par to remain 1 under. First par 3 of the day. It is the 4th here at PGA West, sitting at just under 200 yards in the card. Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
-1 for the day. Well, here we are at the first par 5 of the day, the 5th, 535 yards. Frank, break it down.
It's called double trouble. Reason why, there's the lake on the tee shot on the left side, and then he's reversed it up there on the second shot. He put the lake on the right.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
That shot right there from that lie in the rough to knock it that close, that's good. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Bottom of the barrel, and now to 2 under. Frank, a long par 3 here at the 6th, 255 yards. Club selection obviously is crucial.
Yeah, and length is very important here. Something that can fly high and land soft is obviously going to make that green play a little bit bigger. If you get a breeze off the right or left to right into, this hole becomes very challenging.
Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
What an outstanding shot that was.
You got the right result too. It's just a tapping.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Nice par to remain at 2 under. We're at the 7th now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. Setting up for the approach, this player in total command.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The decision-making, club selections being spot on, but the execution, the swing, is really what I'm admiring right now. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Just a pure strike, a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Shouldn't be a problem here. -3 now for the round. Well, Frank, here at the par 5-8, 559 yards. Looks as though the player's getting a break from the water, but there is some trouble out there.
Yeah, there certainly is bunkering both on the left and the right. Once again, though, par 5s are always an opportunity for the longer hitter. Even if you stray a little offline, then it just becomes a three-shotter like it is for everybody else.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Rolling the rock, Frank.
Oh, and yet another birdie, Rich. Beautiful stroke.
Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 ninth, 452 yards, I hear players like you often say, I'm going to take it on. What do you mean by that, and how does it apply to this particular tee shot?
Well, you have options, obviously. One is to hit it down that right side, which is your best shot. The easy way is obviously to bail it out down the left side, but then you're almost giving into the hole, like you're accepting you're going to make bogey if you're lucky. So in the end, you're forced to go back to option A, which is actually to challenge the best shot you have, which is down the right side.
You'll need to get all of this one. 200 yards, the second shot. So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait, and at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
And he's made it onto the green now. Workmanlike hole, he walks away with a par. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, is this a definite green light, the approach at the par 4 10th?
Well, there's enough opportunities at PGA West for the long hitters. This is an opportunity for the really good iron players. This is where they have a chance to shine, because a good iron player will give himself a birdie putt here. A poor iron player here, all of a sudden they'll find trouble.
This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did. It's at sneaky distance. Oh, another one goes in.
Now at the long par 5 11th. They call it eternity with good reason. It is 617 yards. Frank, what's the game plan here?
Hit it as long as you can, hopefully only a couple of times, and you can get fairly close to this green. A little pitch up there, but even if you go for this green or try and get close, that's when you start to notice the water that comes in on the left side. So you can't just bash away. Might only be a couple of bunkers in play off the tee, but they have to be avoided.
And from the fairway for his second shot here.
Yeah, this is not heading in the right direction.
Looks like it's going to be in the rough. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Birdie try up next. Getting set now over the putt. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but it requires a better shot. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This is a good-looking shot. What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. From about 8 feet. Six under par now. Tricky par 3 here, the 13th, 214 yards. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
Really? This is an awkward length. Two in a row.
Right in it. Frank, what's the best way to make 3 here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's two definitive options, you know, hitting it down the left or carrying over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. There's one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play until you finish the hole.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Frank, what do you like here on this approach shot at 14?
Green is more triangular. It's wider at the front, narrows as you get towards the back of this green. If you're going to go at that back flag, you can perhaps bring something in there a little lower and sort of skip it up. Apart from that, just a nice, high, soft landing short iron.
That's good stuff right there. Wonderful approach, and now a really good look at birdie.
You know what's better than 2 birdies in a row?
What's that?
3. That's what he's going for.
That's a turkey in bowling, isn't it?
He's no turkey.
Really having a good day and a good run right here. 2 straight birdies, now 8 under. Solid par 4 here. The 15th is 468 yards. The approach here at 15. Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is going.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
How did that stay out, Frank?
Did everything but go in.
And he's putting for par now. Did the job right there. Here we go now, the final par 5 of the day, Frank.
Yeah, decision on how much you bite off here. If you play the ball to the right, then it's going to play its full 600 yards. But if you can take it in a direct line at that green, you're going to chew off a little bit of yardage. But you have to be able to carry that bunker.
And through the years, a lot of excitement here at this par 5 16th. That's out of bounds, and it'll cost him a shot. So now he's playing his third shot, Frank, after hitting it OB.
Yeah, good tee shot, though. So see if he can string a couple of good shots together now.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up. Well, Rich, it's been a disaster until this point, but there's an escape clause. If he can make bogey from here, that'll be some doing, something to be proud of.
We'll feel actually pretty good. Sometimes you see players walk off a hole with a little bounce in their step, even after a bogey, because they've had to work hard for it. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frank, I thought that was in. Are you kidding me? He just missed that. I cannot believe that. That was such a short putt. Just a sloppy hole, no other way to say it, and it results in a double bogey. Well, there it is. They call it Alcatraz. Just sitting out there on the water, 168 yards away, Frank.
Well, speaking of water, that water looks so peaceful, doesn't it? It'd be a shame to spoil it with a splash.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for. This looks like it's going to find the target.
He'll be pleased with that. The approach shot is about 12 feet away. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Frank, we hear the sports psychologists say, forget about the bad shot, put it behind you. But you know, it just isn't that easy sometimes. You make the double bogey as he did on a previous hole, you're steaming mad. It's hard to let it go.
Well, it's like a lot of things in life, too. You've got to choose whether you want to be your own friend or your own foe. And, you know, right now you can see that he's fighting himself, and that's the biggest difference. You've got to realize your best friend out there is you.
Confidence right now clearly is shaken. Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Frank, this approach shot seems pretty straightforward. Just don't hit it left.
Yeah, it's a tough second shot. It's that visual. Once again, you've got that green that's angled to the left. But once again, like a few holes out here, you do not have to hit directly at this flag. You're allowed to move that flag manually 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. And with that, ends the round with 66. Frank, just some great golf here today.
Yeah, that's a round to remember. Not often you